Dear learners, greetings of the day. Welcome to the second part of the topic or heading higher order linear differential equation with constant coefficients. In the earlier lecture or the video, we have discussed about method of calculating the complementary function. Now, the second part of the solution will comprise of particular integral. Now, how we calculate the particular integral? Particular integral, as I said earlier, is associated with the RHS of the given differential equation. So, irrespective of the term present in the RHS, complementary function is considered or obtained by taking it as 0. But now, my major focus will be consideration of the term present in the RHS and obtaining the second part of the solution, which is termed as particular integral. Now, whenever the RHS of the given differential equation is other than 0, I term it as non-homogeneous higher order linear differential equation with constant coefficient. In such case, my general solution will be CF plus PI. For calculation of PI, whatever is the RHS of the differential equation, that should be considered. So there are several methods or there are certain terms which should be restricted to calculation of particular integral, which is broadly classified into the different cases. So my RHS of the differential equation may be a function or call it as a function of x, can be of various kinds, because we discuss about algebraic terms, we discuss about logarithmic terms, we talk about exponential, trigonometric, inverse, whatever may be the kinds of function. So there is a certain set of rules pertaining to the calculation of the particular integral. So method of calculation of the particular integral will involve what now? The standard form of writing down the auxiliary differential equations operator form. What is that operator form to be considered? This dn plus a1 into dn minus 1 plus a2 into dn minus 2 up to an. Already I have taken this y common. I have calculated the complementary function by reducing or considering it to 0. Now my focus will be on the RHS of the differential equation. So in general, this LHS is completely now, after taking out y common, remains in the form of d to the power n, d to the power n minus 1, d to the power n minus 2, and so on. So I term it as f of d. It is a function containing the operator as d. So calculation of this particular integral will be 1 upon f of d to be multiplied by x. What is this capital X representing? Capital X is representing the RHS of the differential equation. So in general, I write definition of particular integral as y or pi is equal to 1 upon f of d to be multiplied by x. In mathematics we call it as 1 upon f of d to be operated on x. Multiplied by x नहीं बोलेंगे, क्या बोलेंगे? Operated on x. So for the linear differential equation. So d represents the component d by dx as we discussed in the operator form. 1 by d will represent the component as integration. Why this is so? Because derivative and integration are reverse processes of each other. So as d represents d by dx, means it is representing the operator for the differentiation. 1 by d will represent the inverse operator. What is this called as? It is called as inverse operator. What does this play the role? It plays the role of integration. Inverse operator plays the role of integration. D square is nothing but d2 by dx square. So 1 upon d square will nothing but be double integral of this particular term. That means we have to integrate the function or the integrand twice with respect to x. So if f of d is expressed in the factors form, I will write this 1 upon f of d into x as 1 upon d minus m1, d minus m2, d minus mn. And then each factor 1 upon d minus m1 operated on x will be written as e to the power mx into x into e to the power minus mx. Now how this comes into the picture? See, here I have only the term 1 upon d minus m. I know 1 upon d plays the role of integration. So 1 upon d came as integration. On what? On x. but this m is now invisible. This m disappeared, but that can be expressed as exponential term e to the power mx, and to cancel it I take it as e to the power minus mx. देखो e to the power mx minus mx will be e to the power 0x, which will be 1. So I have written that particular term as e to the power mx, and to cancel it I wrote it as e to the power minus mx. So this is basically when all the cases are not applicable, the last option left with us is the general method, but it is a very rare chance of coming across to this particular situation. Basically my focus in this particular lecture will be only discussing about the standard RHS which can be simplified or which are easily solvable and which are required for our further simplification or the calculation, because henceforth solving this particular differential equation or getting this form of solution will be a part of the problem, because as we will be discussing about the advanced topics or higher engineering mathematics topics, this will now become the part of the solution. So we won't be focusing much into the detail on this general method, only we will be targeting about the requisite possibilities of the different cases, and accordingly we will be simplifying. So the first case for calculation of the particular integral will be the RHS. Now what is my RHS to be calculated or is required as? That should be capital X, which is in general denoted by function of x. Now the very first case says that how this RHS of the differential equation will be. See, I have written this linear differential equation in the operator form. The component, the expression, complete expression dny, dn minus 1y, dn minus 2y, etc. along with the constant coefficients is totally written as f of d. What is taken common as y? What is RHS of the differential equation? X. So in general I will write this as f of d into y is equal to x. Now my focus will be what can be the different possibilities of this particular RHS of the differential equation, that is x. So as I said, particular integral will be 1 upon f of d to be multiplied by RHS or to be operated on RHS. So my first case of discussion is RHS is e to the power ax. RHS is e to the power ax means RHS is exponential term. Now variable is x and its coefficient is a. So how I will be simplifying it? I will be simplifying it as 1 upon f of a into e to the power ax, provided this denominator is non-zero. Denominator is non-zero means we know that whenever we have to define a function or a particular finite value, it should not contain the denominator as 0. 1 upon 0 is quantity which is known as undefined, undetermined, or for our simplicity we denote it by the symbol of infinity. 0 upon 1, 0 upon 1 crore is 0, but 1 crore upon 0 is not defined. 1 upon 0 is not defined. So every time I have to take care that after simplification, if I replace the value, see what is observed here, whatever was d is replaced by a. How this a came into the picture? A is nothing but the coefficient of x in the exponential term. Suppose I have the expression or RHS of the differential equation as e to the power minus 5x. So what is coefficient of x in the exponential term e to the power minus 5x? Minus 5 means I will be replacing every d by minus 5. In doing so, if after putting the value as minus 5, the whole term or calculation turns out to be 0, which will be not be acceptable. It is not at all accepted. So therefore यहाँ पर condition क्या बोला है? f of a should not be 0, means this denominator should not be 0. It is 0 means it is a factor, one of the factor. See, when you calculate the quadratic equation roots, that those satisfy the value. If you again, if the roots are coming out as 1 and 2, if you put that 1 in the quadratic equation, your RHS will be 0. If you put that the other root 2 in the quadratic equation, it will also again give you answer as 0. So similarly, if here after substitution of this particular a in place of d, that denominator turns out to be 0, means it is a factor. Case fails here because this value is not acceptable. It is not permitted to write down the value with the denominator as 0. What does we do in such situation if it arises? If the denominator in any case comes out to be 0, we call it as case failure. In such situation, differentiate the denominator with respect to x and multiply by x and then replace d by a. अभी मैंने क्या किया यहां पर? In the first substitution, the value is 0. I multiplied the whole expression by x. I differentiated this denominator f of d with respect to x and then operated on e to the power ax. Now, as coefficient of x is a, I will replace every d by a. Now, as in differentiation function is reduced, that means certain different value will be obtained or attained. In doing so, if again denominator comes out to be 0, repeat the process. Repeat the process means what? Multiply by this expression is multiplied by x, so x will become x square. This is first derivative. Now you calculate second derivative of this, or again differentiate once this particular term, you get the second derivative, operate it on e to the power ax. Go on doing this unless you get the denominator as a finite term, because for the existence of the finite value, denominator should be non-zero. So basic motto in this particular case is whatever is RHS of the differential equation, in that replace a d by a. If it is non-zero, particular integral is obtained. If it is 0, multiply by x, differentiate the denominator, then replace d by a. If it is non-zero, stop the process. If it is 0, again repeat the process in the same manner and simplify it further. So this is the standard form of the RHS of the given differential equation. Now this particular case contains different sub cases. What are those different sub cases? If RHS of the given differential equation is constant, say k, it can be converted to case number 1 as discussed above. How? K can be written as k into 1. 1 can be written as e to the power 0x. आ गया मेरा फर्स्ट केस का फॉर्म, e to the power x. So accordingly replace d by 0. अरे f of d में कुछ ना कुछ कांस्टेंट टर्म रहेंगे तो वो नॉन जीरो कहलाएगा. अगर वो 0 होता है तो डिफरेंशिएट करना है और फिर से रिप्लेस करके देखना है. So many a times you can come across with the non-zero term in the denominator. So the motto or intention of discussing this particular constant term is, constant term can be written as k into e to the power 0x. अपना मतलब सॉल्व हो गया. रिप्लेस d by 0, get the simplification, k as it is रहेगा. e to the power 0x is not compulsory to write because it is nothing but 1. Simplification of the particular integral is over. Second sub case is if you come across with the hyperbolic terms. What are hyperbolic terms? Are hyperbolic terms termed as sin hx or cos hx. Now h is not constant. जैसे sin x फंक्शन होता है वैसे यहां फंक्शन क्या है? sin hx. Likewise, whatever is the function trigonometric term cos x, here it is cos hx. So that can be decomposed as 1 upon f of d to be multiplied or operated on sin hx or cos hx. H is not constant. It is a integral part of the definition of the trigonometric function or the notation of the trigonometric function. Cos hx का definition क्या कहलाता है? It is expressed as e to the power x plus e to the power minus x upon 2. Separated, e to the power x upon 2 plus e to the power minus x upon 2. Call this as pi1 plus pi2. Sin hx is written as e to the power x minus e to the power minus x upon 2. So pi will now become pi1 plus pi2. pi1 में क्या रहेगा? e to the power x by 2 multiplied by 1 upon f of d. Denominator contains 2, which is not required. I will focus on this exponential term. What is this exponential term contain? Coefficient of x as 1. So replace a d by 1 in pi1. In pi2, replace a d by minus 1. Combine the solution, you get complete pi. So p1 plus pi1 plus pi2 will be pi, and in general complete pi plus cf will be the solution. So this is how trigonometric terms which are hyperbolic or the hyperbolic trigonometric terms are convertible to again case number 1. So what are the sub cases we saw? One of them is constant term, another one is hyperbolic, which are again convertible to case number 1. Example: d2y by dx square plus 6dy by dx plus 9y is equal to 5 e to the power 3x. e to the power 3x RHS में दिख रहा है, which is compared with case number 1. Case number 1 says that e to the power ax. Complete solution देखते हैं. I transform this particular differential equation to operator form. Operator form is d square plus 6d plus 9, common taken is y, is equal to 5 e to the power 3x. For instance, calculation of the complementary function auxiliary equation is required. Irrespective of RHS, I take it as 0. What it becomes? D square plus 6d plus 9 equal to 0. Auxiliary equation becomes m square plus 6m plus 9. Solve it on the calculator. You get the roots as minus 3 minus 3. Minus 3 minus 3 are the roots which are real and equal. So c1 e to the power minus 3x x into c2 e to the power minus 3x. क्या कॉमन निकाला? e to the power minus 3x. So what is the complementary function? c1 plus c2x whole multiplied by e to the power minus 3x. Now come to the second part of the solution, that is particular integral. Particular integral में I will be taking it as 1 upon f of d. What is my f of d? d square plus 6d plus 9 to be operated on RHS of the equation. What is RHS of the equation? 5 e to the power 3x. 5 is constant, keep it as it is. Compare this e to the power 3x with e to the power ax. What is value for a here? 3. Replace every d by 3. So 3 square plus 6 into 3 plus 9. Solve it. 5 upon 36 into e to the power 3x is the simplification. 9 plus 18 plus 9. 18 plus 18 is 36. So this is pi, this is cf. Combine them together. I get solution as y is equal to cf plus pi. As dependent variable was y and independent variable is x, solution is expressed as y in terms of x. अगर ये होता d2z by dt square तो solution में लिखते z is equal to function of t. Here RHS also should be then in terms of t, then only it is applicable. This is what we talked about the first case. What is your second case? Second case says that if you have it as trigonometric function sin ax or cos ax. So in this case of substitution, replace a d square by minus a square. In the first case you saw replacement of d by a. In this case replacement of d square should be made in terms of minus a square. Now from where you get this minus a square? Minus a square will nothing but the coefficient of x in the trigonometric term. Sin 2x, cos 5x. Cos 5x में what is a? 5. Sin 2x में what is a? 2. So वो a मिल जाने के बाद convert it into minus a square and then replace. Requirement in this particular case is only we have replacement of d square. d के लिए replacement नहीं है. In the earlier case we discussed about replacement of d. तो d square के लिए भी आ जाता है, d cube के लिए भी आ जाता है. But here requirement is only we can replace the term of d square and not d. So second care what you have to take here is it is minus of a square, means 5 अगर है तो 5 का स्क्वायर कर लीजिए, उसको नेगेटिव बनाइए. अगर -5 है तो उसका स्क्वायर ले लीजिए, उसको नेगेटिव बनाइए, अपोजिट साइन करिएगा. -a का होल स्क्वायर विल बिकम a स्क्वायर बिकॉज नेगेटिव नंबर्स स्क्वायर इज अगेन ऑलवेज अ पॉजिटिव टर्म, बट हियर आई हैव टू पुट इट एज नेगेटिव number, yeah, with opposite sign. Clear? So in this case, we have to replace d square by minus a square. If denominator turns out to be 0, repeat the process as discussed earlier whenever there will be a case failure. I hope this is clear. But another situation or the practical difficulty what we can face here is certain denominators will contain or will in certain denominators there exists linear term like LD plus M. There is no term of d square, there is a term of d only, d plus 5. Then how you can simplify this particular term d plus 5? Because this rule says that replace d square by minus a square. I don't have any of the term containing d square, I have the linear term. Then I have to multiply that particular linear term by its conjugate. LD plus M का conjugate क्या होगा? LD minus M. If I have the term as d plus 5, what will be the conjugate? D minus 5. So multiply this d minus 5 to both numerator and denominator so that denominator contains the term d square. Now आप बोलोगे कि भाई d square कहां से आ गया? D plus 5 into d minus 5 will become d square minus 5 square, means it becomes d square minus 25, because the algebraic terms or the formula says that a plus b into a minus b is a square minus b square. So linear terms के लिए क्या करना है? Multiply by its conjugate, you get it as d square, replace d square appropriately and simplify. Automatically your differential equation particular integral can be evaluated. If you come across with the higher order terms like d cube or d to the power 4, split this d cube as d square into d, रिप्लेसमेंट ऑफ डी स्क्वायर मिल जाएगा, लीनियर टर्म आएगा, सिर्फ 1 अपॉन डी बचा है, इंटीग्रेटेड बिकॉज इट एक्ट्स एज ए इनवर्स ऑपरेटर, 1 अपॉन डी स्क्वायर बचता है, डबल इंटीग्रेटेड बिकॉज इट एक्ट्स एज ए इनवर्स ऑपरेटर, और इफ लीनियर टर्म्स इज देयर मल्टीप्लाई बाय द कॉन्जुगेट एंड सिंप्लीफाई. डी टू द पावर 4 विल बी decomposed as d square into d square and hence evaluate further. Evaluate further means till what step? Till you get the non-zero term in the denominator. Take one example. For your simplicity, it is given to you as d square plus 4 into y is equal to sin 3x. ऑलरेडी ऑपरेटर फॉर्म में एफ ऑफ डी दिख रहा है, y is taken common, RHS is containing the trigonometric term in the form of variable x, d square plus 4 equal to 0, d is equal to plus minus 2i. Complex roots are there, nothing is the real part, means 0 plus minus 2i. a is 0, b is 2, e to the power 0x is 1, नहीं लिखा है मैंने, c1 के जगह a बोला है, b का वैल्यू कितना है 2 cos 2x, b का वैल्यू कितना है 2 sin 2x, c2 की जगह क्या बोला है b. सो माय कॉम्प्लीमेंट्री फंक्शन इज a cos 2x plus b sin 2x. One of the part of the solution is over. Now calculate the particular integral. Particular integral में क्या लगता है? 1 upon f of d to be operated on RHS. f of d कितना है? d square plus 1 to be operated on RHS. What does rule says that? Replace a d square by minus a square. What is a here? 3. a का square 3 square is 9. So minus a square यानी minus 9. Replace a d square by minus 9. Minus 9 plus 4 is minus 5. So this is written as minus 1 by 5. 1 तो ऊपर है, multiplied by or operated on sin 3x. So this is your particular integral. Complete solution is y is equal to cf plus pr. So this was very simple. इसके जगह cos होता तो भी same रहता, only answer would contain cos. If it is cos 9x, I replace a d square by minus 9 square. So this is case number 2. Case number 3 says that when RHS will be a polynomial in x, polynomial यानी x to the power m, x to the power m minus 1, x to the power n minus 2 and so on. So such polynomial in general is termed as x to the power m. क्या करना है? I have to split this f of d as 1 plus phi d. 1 plus phi d कब आएगा? When you take out the lowest degree term outside. Then either it will be 1 plus phi of d or it will be 1 minus phi of d. Then I can use the binomial expansion. 1 upon 1 plus t is 1 minus t plus t square minus t cube and so on. 1 upon 1 minus t is 1 plus t square plus t cube and so on. Then we have to simplify accordingly. Take this to the numerator, उसको power minus 1 हो जाएगा. Operate accordingly, you get the answer. What is case number 4? 1 upon f of d to be operated on e to the power ax into v. Take out e to the power ax outside, replace d by d plus a and then operate it on v. What I have done, this is in the product form. For the first time we have come across with the term which contains the product of two functions. What are those functions? One of the term is exponential, other term is any function of x. So taking out exponential term and operating this 1 upon f of d on v, but in the due course of time replace d by d plus a. So this product can be written as e to the power ax into 1 upon f of d plus a into v, and use the method for this. Now what are the possibilities or options for this v? V can be only the earlier terms as discussed in the cases, sin ax, cos ax or x to the power. Why it cannot be e to the power x? Because e to the power x and e to the power x will hold together, give you again one exponential term, and then it becomes the case number 1. So here only three possibilities are there: sin ax, cos ax or x to the power m. And once this is done, term exponential term job is over. Its job exists only till the replacement of d as d plus a. Now I am not concerned or bothered with the term e to the power ax. I am directly concentrating on this term 1 upon f of d plus a to be operated on v. If this v is sin ax or cos ax, I will replace every d square present over here with a square. Now what minus a square will be taken? This a will be taken, whose conversion will be made to minus a square, and simplification. If this v is taken as x to the power m, then I will be splitting this denominator as 1 plus or 1 minus, raise this to the numerator with the negative index, and then simplify as per the case applicable. So one example on this can be, I have taken it as a product, d square minus 4d plus 4 into y is equal to x cube into e to the power 2x. ठीक है, ऑपरेटर फॉर्म दिया है, कॉम्प्लीमेंट्री फंक्शन, रूट्स आर रिपीटेड, c1 plus c2x e to the power 2x taken common. प्रोडक्ट है, out of the product, out of the terms present in the product, one of them is exponential, other term is polynomial. So exponential का काम क्या है? Take out the exponential term outside, replace every d by d plus a. What is a here? 2. So I have written e to the power 2x separately, multiplied 1 upon every d is replaced by d plus 2. D is replaced by d plus 2 and now operated on x to the power m. Expand this, d plus 2 whole square, d plus 2, after simplification and cancellation of the terms, only I am left with 1 upon d square. Recently I have talked about that what is the role of 1 upon d as inverse operator? Integration. What is the role of 1 upon d square as inverse operator? Double integration. Once you integrate x to the power 3, I get x to the power 4 by 4. So out of this 1 upon d square, I have operated 1 upon d on x cube. So integration of x cube will be x to the power 4 upon 4 and again one integration is left. 4 को बाहर लिखो, 1 upon d of x to the power 4 will be x to the power 5 by 5. 5 into 4 is 20 and this is in total the particular integral. How to write the complete general solution? CF plus PI. So this case gave you the glimpse of product in which one of the term is पॉलिनोमियल. हाँ, पॉलिनोमियल में 1 प्लस या 1 माइनस करने की जरूरत नहीं पड़ी बिकॉज इट कंप्लीटली disappeared with the other constants as well. Only one of the operator was remaining, that is 1 upon, or left was 1 upon d square. And how to operate this inverse operators, we know it better. So accordingly this was the solution. So up till now, whatever cases which are the major cases we will be requiring for the further discussion, we have discussed. All those methods, if these are not applicable, we go with the general method. At times we will be discussing with that. Right now this much is sufficient for you to think over more in depth on this particular cases of complementary function and particular integral. If you go through any of the textbooks or the reference books, lot of examples will be readily available or made to will be made available to you, or if you want I can give you the assignment as well. Simplify, solve as many examples, explore with the different possibilities of the roots as well as the particular integral. You will surely come to know what can be the complete general solution. Next step इसका क्या होगा? Imposing certain conditions, we calculate the arbitrary constants. Thank you for watching this particular video and for patient listening. I hope the pace is comfortable. All you are able to hear it clearly with a proper understanding. Rewind it if you find difficult at any of the moment in the video, and get enriched. Or always after watching a video or spending certain time, there should be add on in your knowledge or add on in your concepts. So I hope I have tried my level best. Thank you.